All right, guys, again, I'm sorry I'm coming in with these so late because this is now Thursday morning, but I'm actually going to have to do this in two pieces. So I'll give you another one later this morning. So we're working on being able to understand the nature of complexity and how does that relate to justice and how do we create a just society. And the thing about being able to create justice as a society, that is something that we're going to be able to work together to create, that depends upon a fairly high percentage of the populace being able to work for the common good in such a way that they're not just out for themselves. They're not just taking care of number one, as it were, but they're actually acting on behalf of the whole. That kenotic love is a kind of self-emptying. This is not about me. This is about the larger we. And I'm willing to commit myself to that. We need folks who can do that. Problem is that we end up with a very nihilistic society because we don't know what we care about. We don't know what matters. We don't even know that we matter. One of the consequences of people experiencing significant abuse as children is that the part of what the abuse does is it says you don't matter. Even to your own parents, you may not matter. And if you and all of us have had some experiences where we were treated by someone who mattered to us as though we don't matter. And it gives us this sense of, oh, maybe I don't matter. And the more I've experienced that, the harder it becomes for me to believe that I matter. And if I don't matter, then my choices don't matter. So I can do whatever I want, And if the only way I'm going to feel like I'm really somebody important is to get myself an automatic rifle and to go into a grade school someplace, that's what I'm going to do because I've got to do something that says that I matter. I've got to be able to make choices that have a larger significance. So we need folks who matter so that they know that their choices matter, so that they make choices that matter to the larger good, to the larger sense of well-being in the world. And for most of human history, that capacity to get it, that we are all connected, and to make choices on behalf of the all, those are things that arose out of our religious convictions. Well, about 400 years ago now, religion and science got into a spat, and they still haven't made up. We are making small inroads in that direction, but we're still pretty much, science and religion are pretty much estranged from each other. And part of that is that there are some folks who are such scientists, that is, their religion is science, that they believe that technology is going to save us. We don't have to worry about global warming because we're going to figure out how to sequester carbon and everything's going to be fine, right? No, we cannot rely on technology to solve us, but that doesn't mean that science doesn't offer us something that is of great benefit. And the thing that science offers us, I am arguing, this is my point here, is that there's a way of thinking about the whole, the larger sense of what creation is, the created order, not just materially, but relationally, because it's not just about matter, it's about relationship. It's not just the personal, it's the interpersonal. And it's also about our capacity to be aware of an interiority, that is, to be conscious of that which is happening within us as elements within a larger system. And as I pay attention to what's going on in me, in the system, I'm getting information about the system that is crucial for the functioning of the system. And when I can behave in a way that's aware of my own interiority, my own feelings, my own intuition, the way I'm being guided by that interior awareness, and I can act then in the larger whole as an expression that for the well-being of everybody, then I'm bringing about the salvation not only of myself, but of my relationships with others and of the whole world. So we need people who do that. We need to be constructing a society in which we help folks grow up, become mature in the ways that will help us as a society be more whole. One of the things that we discover as we take on this complex awareness is we discover that we're thinking about the world in terms of systems. I can't get my head around everything all at once, so I'm going to think about a system. And the systems are made up of systems, and they are parts of other systems. But one of the things that we discover is that there are nested systems of systems. There are like a system of systems. And there are relationships between the systems within a system, which form what we're going to call, or calling, Douglas Hofstadter taught us to call, a strange loop. And so what we want to do is, first of all, get really clear about what strange loops are, and to be able to see them and to be able to recognize, oh yeah, this is another phenomenon about what's happening everywhere all the time. And then to appreciate how it is that our understanding of strange loops can lead us into a way of being that will actually bring about justice. So that's where I'm going to go in the next one. All right, see you in a bit.